August 2025. Taco Bell drive-thru. After 2 million successful orders at 500 locations, the voice agent accepted an order for 18,000 cups of water. The system processed the request as a valid transaction. The clip drew 21.5 million views. Taco Bell paused its rollout the same week. The failure was not linguistic, it was architectural. The order was syntactically correct, semantically understandable, and operationally absurd. The wrapper had no internal representation of physical constraints, no inventory awareness, no rate limit. Linguistic horsepower is not a substitute for real-world context. The lesson the industry took home that month was simple. A probabilistic model cannot govern a deterministic business process. The architecture that broke is the architecture every wrapper ships with. A single megaprompt holds the business rules, the menu, the policy text, and the persona all crammed into one context window. The model decides what to do at each turn. There is no router, there is no validation loop. The paper names 4 failure dimensions from the incident: rate limiting, quantity validation, anomaly detection, and workflow proximity. The agent had none of them. A human worker recognizes 18,000 free items as a prank. The wrapper did not. Not because it lacked language, but because it lacked the gap between language and operations the paper calls norms proximity. The replacement is not a bigger prompt. It is a stack of specialists with a deterministic spine. Phase 1, a multi-agent system. A planning agent decomposes the goal. A workflow agent enforces the sequence. A compliance agent validates each output against policy tables. A retrieval agent fetches grounded facts from the inventory and the menu. Phase 2, a finite state machine wraps the agents. A persistence layer, typically Redis, tracks the user's current state. A router directs traffic by state, not by prompt. A validation loop runs rejects and LLM extraction on every field. A human checkpoint escalates anomalies. The agent cannot jump from order initiation to payment confirmation without passing the validation state. Phase 3, the saga pattern. If the flight reservation succeeds and the hotel booking fails, a compensating transaction reverses the flight. Partial failure does not leave the system inconsistent. Phase 4, multidimensional output validation. Syntactic JSON schema, semantic similarity, BERT score against gold standard responses. Factual grounding, retrieval augmented generation against the private knowledge base. Consistency monitoring, input perturbation to surface stochastic volatility. For voice channels, an ensemble listening model runs on the outside of the conversation. It scores tone, pacing, and escalation. A sarcastic order for 18,000 waters trips the stress detection threshold before the order ever reaches the kitchen. The LLM never decides the next step. Deterministic code decides. The model only interprets the language. The proof is in the numbers. A 2025 framework called Blueprint First, Model Second showed deterministic LLM workflows outperforming standalone models by 10.1 percentage points on procedural adherence. NIB Health Insurance reported $22 million saved and a 60% reduction in human support after deploying agentic assistance. ServiceNow reported a 52% reduction in handling time and $325 million in value through hybrid automation. Yum Brands, the parent of Taco Bell, measured 15% faster processing and 20% fewer mistakes from its voice AI pilots. Fidelity Investments cut procurement time to contract by 50%. The aggregate is consistent. Customer service is the bright spot for AI return on investment in 2025. $3.50 back for every dollar invested, with leaders reaching 8 to 1. Meanwhile, pure generative projects fail at 70 to 85%. The asymmetry is not subtle. The agent market is projected to expand from $7.6 billion today to over $47 billion by 2030. The strategic line is short. Wrapper, one prompt, one black box, no validation, hallucinated logic, policy drift, 70 to 85% failure rate. Deep AI, specialist agents, a finite state spine, saga pattern transactions, multidimensional validation, voice native guardrails, 3.5 to 8 times return. Resilience is not an optional feature. It is the baseline requirement for trust, safety, and scalability. The future of AI is not found in bigger models. It is found in smarter architectures, systems that are planned, observable, and governable. 2 million successful orders mean nothing if a single prank can force a strategic retreat. 12 pages, 16 minutes. The full architectural diagnosis, agents, state machines, saga patterns, voice guardrails, and the economic case behind every layer. We built this stack so the next 18,000 cup prank never reaches the kitchen.